Nadchodzi KSW 44. Oczekiwany od lat pojedynek w królewskiej kategorii. Mariusz Pudzianowski kontra wieloletni mistrz Karol Bedok. Pogromca Popka Monstera Tomasz Oświeciński versus gwiazda niemieckiej sceny Erko Jun oraz powrót bohatera kibiców Michała Materli.
KSW 44. Welcome to the game.
Gala KSW 44 już w sobotę 9 czerwca tylko w systemie pay-per-view.
He's not used to hanging around. Kowalczyk likes to finish quickly. Those are the numbers on screen. I wouldn't rely too much on any stats in this particular encounter. I have to say, Kowalczyk looks very, very dangerous in training. Lots of technical ability and techniques available. No love lost between these two. And this is gonna be a real humdinger. Mark Goddard, our referee.
Let's do it.
Good straight left from Pudzianowski as an opener. Oh, oblique kick, tries to tempt Kowalczyk out of that defensive position. Good left hook proposed there from Kowalczyk. Pudzianowski keeping it tight though. Bit of a loose guard about Kowalczyk. Needs to have a care because it only takes one bang from Pudzianowski and boom, you're going to kiss canvas. Great exchange there, left, right, left.
Nice check a moment ago from Kowalczyk. Pudzianowski was starting to use those kicks. He does have very good kicks. There's a lot of power generated there. He hasn't really committed too hard. That was more commitment. He's got to be very careful, especially throwing single kicks, giving the countering ability, i.e. punching the kicker, which is exactly what Kowalczyk is trying to do right now.
What I'm seeing very much here with Pudzianowski is his ability to control distance. He's making Kowalczyk stay outside, but have to come in, and when he comes in, he's exposed. And that's a newly acquired skill for Pudzianowski. He's just keeping out of range and making Kowalczyk work.
I like the fact that he's windmilling his hands as well. That kind of gives Kowalczyk a false read on those entrances.
Good overhand right. That in prospect could be a troublesome shot there for Pudzianowski, but so far, so good. Very relaxed, very respectful, and still anyone's game. Searching left there from Kowalczyk, tries to bring the right into play, but he's out of range, and he's working an awful lot, Kowalczyk, on his toes, dancing and skipping around there. Look at that, Pudzianowski holds him and he's got his back.
A little bit of a warning there from Mark Goddard about holding the fence. Pudzianowski caught that reverse body lock, forced to let go though. Kowalczyk looks very loose and supple. He's backing off more often than not, but he still is dangerous, especially if those hands are low. Then Pudzianowski won't necessarily have a good gauge on the trajectory of those strikes as they come in.
You know, what I'm seeing here straight away from the get-go, Pudzianowski said pre-fight, this is all about stamina, it's all about conditioning. Pudzianowski staying outside, he's trying to run the gas down on the tank of Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk very jittery, a lot of movement. He's expending a lot of energy. Just look at Pudzianowski, conservative, tight, trying to keep it reined in, trying to gas his man. This is a rope-a-dope we got going on here.
Both guys have dropped a lot of weight since their strongman days. Perhaps the bigger question mark as far as Kowalczyk not having been as proven going deep into fights. But he looks good, he looks better on the feet. Ooh, that kick hurt him. Pudzianowski's kicking low there, and that's making the difference. Big swarm from Pucci.
Connects. Knows he can finish this quickly now. It's a slugfest. Can Pudzianowski get on target and cause some damage? But Kowalczyk comes back and comes out of it.
Fighting fire with fire. Kowalczyk looked a little bit hurt. He actually swapped stances for a moment, but right now seems to have recuperated.
Well, he's felt the power now. Pudzianowski just slightly off the sweet spot. This is turning out to be a very, very tactical encounter.
He's kicking again, actually below the knee. You can actually start to see the red marks on the left leg of Kowalczyk. Pudzianowski knows that he's found his mark more often than not there. But a good return from Kowalczyk.
And good defensive work, good block there from Pudzianowski. Stopped a real big shot coming through. Kowalczyk needs to compose, needs to get back into this. But at the moment, Pudzianowski very much behind the driving wheel.
Kowalczyk fights better than a man with just 3 fights. He's pretty disciplined and efficient and economical, actually, for a pretty big guy throwing these strikes like that.
Well, this is going to throw him out of kilter because he's used to winning in the first round. That low kick there really causing problems. And look, that's the worst thing you can do, and that's show pain. We're on the 10-second clapper, the end of the first round, and that's going to be a first for Kowalczyk because he normally stops his opponents within that first 5 minutes, and that's what Pudzianowski has done. He's played the psychological game, and he's worked a strategy, worked the low kick. This is a good day in the office for Mariusz Pudzianowski.
And as Kowalczyk limps back to the corner, you've got to start to ask yourself how that will play out. Sometimes as you pepper away against that leg, it not only reduces your mobility, but also your ability to sit down on strikes, commit to takedowns, and of course, use evasive maneuvers, which can be important when you're in a firefight against a man 260 pounds.
Well, we can see here the low kick. He's peppering that leg. That was the 3rd or 4th one in that round, and that's what enabled Pudzianowski to find a way in. Off target here, but if he'd landed some of those big bombs, we could have seen a real big stoppage so quickly in this first round. Pudzianowski tried, but I think that rope-a-dope idea of gassing out Kowalczyk, taking it right the way to the distance, is going to be what's required here.
And you can see him landing those kicks right on the calf. Absolutely nasty technique there from Pudzianowski. And when he swarmed there, actually, there was a little bit of respect for Kowalczyk. He didn't want to go in firing like that.
Round 2 of a scheduled 3. Mariusz Pudzianowski takes on former strongman Tyberiusz Kowalczyk. So, that left leg starting to glow, starting to swell. In fact, on a cold night, you could warm your hands on the heat coming off of that. Pudzianowski tries a big overhand shot. Kowalczyk just can't get the range or the distance right. Can't get inside to put the shot in.
Oh, that was really nasty there again from Pudzianowski. Kowalczyk is definitely feeling it right now.
Pudzianowski bringing back the old Dutch style. The old lumberjack low kick chopping away at the leg. And just look at the Irish jig that Kowalczyk just danced just then. But he comes back, gets knocked down. Pudzianowski straight in there for the ground and pound. Can Kowalczyk survive? Pudzianowski determined to finish this. Pudzianowski tries to work from the back.
Pudzianowski sprawling there. He's got to be very careful and respect the submission equalizer that Kowalczyk was fishing for. Full guard here for Kowalczyk. Things going from 0 to 100, Will.
Well, can Pudzianowski work from upstairs? Being locked right in, that guard closed. Pudzianowski starting to pepper the body, and they're big shots from a guy like Mariusz Pudzianowski. This is a 5 times world's strongest man hitting you in the kidneys.
No. Let's get to work, guys. Come on, stay busy.
Referee Mark Goddard just having a word to liven up proceedings. Kowalczyk having to defend from the ground, and look at that now. Pudzianowski tries to pass guard, just able to slip one leg into half. Being held though, and Kowalczyk hanging on here in what is a very grim situation.
Nice stuff from Pudzianowski to stuff that knee and slide into half. Now he's going to go for the choke.
Well, he's got it on, and has he got the strength? Reverses and goes round the back. Kowalczyk definitely in the hurt locker here. makes a bid for freedom and turns himself around and able to close a half guard. Pudzianowski, maybe an opportunity missed.
Kowalczyk has taken MMA very seriously, and it shows. He has pretty good defensive skills here. He's avoided most of the meaningful shots, except for that elbow. There's the tap.
Well, that was unbelievable. Mariusz Pudzianowski thundered that elbow strike in. It's all over. Pudzianowski's done it. Kowalczyk absolutely hammered with that shot. Second round win for Mariusz Pudzianowski. And just look at the mess Tyberiusz Kowalczyk finds himself in. Always a bridesmaid and never a bride. And even Mariusz Pudzianowski grimaces. That was some tough, tough action.
It was that short elbow that actually opened everything up. I was very impressed with the composure of Kowalczyk under fire. He was trying to fight from half guard. He was using good coverage on the inside off his back to avoid the majority of the ground and pound. But in this game, and at this weight, Will, just one move can really be the beginning of the end.
Well, it was the culmination of a lot of things. Pudzianowski peppered the low kick in. That was a good strategy. He took Kowalczyk into the second round. Again, a psychological strategy. When it went down to the ground, Pudzianowski was able to dominate. And when it comes to putting in power shots, well, he's a big, big guy. And Kowalczyk just didn't have an answer here. So still attending to Kowalczyk. Medics have cleared him, cleaned him up, he's all right. But that was a tough day in the office for Tyberiusz
Szanowni Państwo,
Kowalczyk.
walka skończyła się w drugiej rundzie po 2 minutach i 50 sekundach.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner by submission by strikes, Mariusz Pudzianowski!
Puchary wręczać będzie pani Małgorzata Lubczyńska.